The story begins with an adrenaline-pumping scene. Two car owners, future legends, race down a dusty road. But back then, they weren't billionaires. They were just regular military workers, sharing a common past and a fiery rivalry. As soon as the war ends, Ferruccio, returns home and rushes to reunite with his longtime girlfriend, Clelia. It's an emotional reunion after years apart, full of love, longing, and a passionate kiss. Together, they head to Ferruccio's family farm, where his brothers and father embrace him with open arms. After all, their son has returned safely from the horrors of war. At the farm, Ferruccio works side by side with his father. As they toil the land, Ferruccio shares a bold idea. He wants to build a tractor. Not just any tractor, but an affordable, powerful one. During the war, he repaired countless military vehicles, and now wants to use that experience to help hardworking farmers like his family. He insists that the land they till belongs to all his brothers. They earned it with their sweat while he was away. Ferruccio doesn't want to continue farming himself. He wants to innovate. But his father is skeptical. Building a tractor requires money, a lot of it, and the family simply doesn't have those resources. Still, Ferruccio has a plan. He and his best friend Matteo, are entering a high-stakes car race. If they win, the prize money will fund his dream. On New Year's Eve, the group heads to a grand party. Ferruccio and Claudia are lost in each other's eyes. But Matteo, still single, meets a girl only to discover she's already taken. Disheartened, he sulks, until Ferruccio and Claudia cheer him up and pull him back into the celebration. 6 months later, the scene shifts to a roaring racetrack. It's the big day, the race that could change everything. Ferruccio and Matteo have spent months building their car from scratch. As they line up at the starting line, Ferruccio locks eyes with Enzo, a legendary figure in the automotive world. Ferruccio is clearly inspired by Enzo's success. This is what he wants to become. The race kicks off. Engines roar, tires screech, cars swerve and accelerate. Ferruccio and Matteo give it everything. They climb to second place, just behind the leader. But pressure builds, tempers flare, and argument erupts between the two mid-race. In the chaos, they lose control, crash. The car spins out and slams off the track. The dream crashes with it. Later at home, both men are injured and blame each other for the loss. The atmosphere is tense. Claudia finds Ferruccio alone, defeated. She comforts him and asks, "What are you really afraid of?" Ferruccio finally confesses, "What if I'm not as capable as I believe? What if I fail?" Claudia takes his hand and says, "You are capable. I believe in you. And one more thing, I'm pregnant." That news hits Ferruccio like lightning, but in the best way. A new purpose is born in him. One rainy day, walking past a bank, Ferruccio makes a tough decision. He returns to the farm and asks his father to mortgage their land. His father hesitates, but ultimately agrees, handing over the property papers. Ferruccio takes the money, determined to build that tractor. But when Claudia finds out, she's furious. She asks, "You mortgaged your family's future for your dream?" She insists he return the papers and rethink his choices. But Ferruccio is resolute. He believes in this vision. He deposits the money and begins building his first tractor with Matteo in an old garage. They face challenge after challenge, especially with the fuel system. But the two friends brainstorm a hybrid solution. Start with a basic engine, then later convert it to a cheaper petroleum-based system. It's genius. And they decide to call their model Carioca. One day, while sitting at a cafe, a bus stops outside. A young woman named Anita steps out. Matteo is instantly captivated, though too shy to speak. Anita greets Ferruccio briefly and leaves. Ferruccio notices Matteo's interest and nudges him. "Go talk to her." Eventually, Ferruccio helps introduce them. Later, as Anita walks by again, Ferruccio gives Matteo a signal to say hello, and Anita smiles back. Matteo lights up with hope. And just like that, a new spark ignites, not just in the garage, but in their lives. Ferruccio is at home with his beloved Claudia, who lovingly reminds him to come home early the next day. Her due date is near. She could go into labor at any moment. The anticipation of fatherhood fills the air. The next day, Ferruccio is completely absorbed in his work at the garage. His dream tractor is finally coming together, and he even prepares a nameplate for it. Lamborghini, proudly stamped with his family name. But everything changes in an instant. News arrives. Claudia has given birth to a baby boy, but the joy is short-lived. Due to severe bleeding, the doctors couldn't save her. Claudia is gone. Ferruccio is shattered. He collapses in grief, his heart torn apart. Back in the garage, now more of a shrine than a workspace, he begins breaking everything around him, even attempting to destroy the tractor he so lovingly built. But something stops him. Maybe her memory. The next scene shows Claudia's funeral. As she is laid to rest, Ferruccio's father tells him, "Now more than ever, your son needs you." Ferruccio gathers himself. The next day, he walks into a bank, tractor design in hand, and pitches his vision to the bankers. At first, they hesitate, but moved by his determination, they finally approve his proposal. Elated, Ferruccio rushes back to the garage and shares the news with Matteo. The two friends celebrate at a local restaurant. But the evening takes an unexpected turn. Anita walks into the restaurant. Ferruccio knows Matteo loves her deeply, so he quietly wishes him luck and leaves, hoping to give him space. But Anita sees Ferruccio outside, sitting alone, smoking a cigarette. She approaches him. And in a deeply emotional moment, Ferruccio confesses something that has haunted him. "I loved Claudia more than anything, but I feel responsible for her death. If I hadn't neglected her, maybe she would still be here." Unbeknownst to Ferruccio, Matteo overhears everything. Misinterpreting the conversation, he confronts Ferruccio and accuses him of betrayal. "You knew I loved her, yet you're taking her away from me?" Ferruccio, holding back his own pain, replies, "I have a son. He needs a mother, and Anita doesn't love you, Matteo." Matteo's emotions boil over. He slaps Ferruccio and snaps, "Claudia was right. This isn't how we achieve anything." Still fuming, he demands a 25% stake in the company for everything he's done. We now flash forward to 1963. Ferruccio Lamborghini is no longer a dreamer in a dusty garage. He's the powerful head of a renowned tractor company. But in his rise to success, he's lost something else: time with his son, Tony. At home, Ferruccio overhears Anita talking about the importance of family and how fleeting life can be. He realizes what he's missed. So one day, he takes Tony to the seaside. As the waves crash, the boy asks about his mother. His eyes fill with tears. "I loved her more than anything," he says softly. In a tender moment, father and son bond, joking, sharing, healing. Later, a desperate Bob, recently fired from another company, asks Ferruccio for a job. Ferruccio, initially dismissive, changes his mind, perhaps remembering the kindness Claudia once showed him. Then, during a visit to an art gallery with Anita, Ferruccio is captivated by a bull painting titled Miura. Inspired, he declares, "I'm going to build a car, a powerful one, and this bull will be its logo." He gathers 3 auto experts, one from Maserati, one from Alfa Romeo, and one independent designer. Ferruccio reveals his ambitious plan to create a car that will rival the best in just 6 months for the Geneva Auto Show. The experts are stunned, but Ferruccio's passion convinces them. If we fail, so be it. But if we succeed, we make history. But not everyone supports him. Anita warns him, "You're pouring all your tractor company's money into this car. What if it fails?" Ferruccio fires back, "I can't sit still. I want to build something great." They argue. She tells him bluntly, "Workers stay loyal as long as you pay them. Stop paying and they'll leave." Eventually, Anita walks out, discovering that Ferruccio never truly let go of Claudia's memory. Meanwhile, the car's designer, Franco, brings Ferruccio a prototype. Ferruccio finds it lacking. Upset, Franco leaves, only for Ferruccio to chase after him, explaining, "It's not bad, but I need something unforgettable." Still, one thing was never in doubt: the bull logo. Ferruccio had chosen it from day one. "This bull will charge into the future," he says. The story hits the headlines. Reporters flock to him. This car, Ferruccio tells them, the world will never forget. Finally, in the factory, Franco's revised design is ready. This time, it's perfect. Ferruccio smiles. Just one thing: paint it green. Then comes the big reveal at the Geneva Motor Show. Among the attendees is Enzo Ferrari himself. Ferruccio takes the stage, his new Lamborghini Miura gleaming under the lights, a thunderous debut. As Ferrari faces labor strikes and turmoil, Lamborghini rises like a phoenix. Later, Ferruccio sits down for dinner with Tony. It's a rare moment of closeness. He tells his son, "I'm selling the company soon. You'll get 50%. The rest will go to your uncles. But whoever buys it can't change its name." Tony silently walks away. Ferruccio is left alone. In his pursuit of greatness, he built an empire, but at the cost of relationships, time, and love. Alone in his office, he gazes at his latest Lamborghini, thinking of Claudia, Anita, and all the people who once stood beside him. His story reminds us of one timeless lesson. No matter how far you go, never forget who stood with you when you were at your lowest. I lost the love of my life, but I still had a dream. I built Lamborghini not just for speed, but for legacy. Ferruccio Lamborghini, dramatized.